This is how to solo the Boneyard Mega Nest. This is the nest that has the fin bones on it that look like this. These are different from the rib bones that will appear on other nests. These wide bones are unique to the Boneyard. I'm going to talk about the loadout you'll need and then the route I have mapped out for this one. For any Mega Nest, there's 3 things you'll need. Number 1, you'll need something to close bug holes from a distance, so bring projectile explosives. There could be up to 13 holes that you'll need to close with basic explosives. Good options are the crossbow, eruptor, grenade launcher, and autocannon. These all have good enough max ammo, made even better with the Siege Ready Armor passive. I listed the capacity of each for both scenarios. Options that are just okay: spear gun, grenade pistol, and emancipator exosuit. You're forced to run the supply backpack with the first 2, but that's not the end of the world. My issue with the exosuit is it's not efficient at taking out chargers or bile titans, so you end up either wasting a good amount of ammo on heavies or have to hop out and use anti-tank on it, hoping the suit survives. Poor fit options are the 1-2, any anti-tank support weapon, and throwable grenades. All of these can close bug holes, but I'd only rely on them as a last resort due to their low ammo capacity. On throwable grenades, the best case scenario, your capacity is still only 8. Also, throwable grenades just don't have the range you'll need for some of these shots, and you really want to save your anti-tank for heavies. A scenario where grenades are helpful: throwing a grenade with a fuse if you don't have enough space to shoot an explosive. And last, options that do not close bug holes: the de-escalator support weapon, that's the arc grenade launcher, and a number of grenades, smoke, stun, arc, and throwing knives. The second thing you'll need is a way to close a bile titan hole. Regular explosives and most anti-tank options won't work. My favorites are the Eagle 500, the ultimatum, and the hell pod. You can fire the ultimatum into the hole or shoot down one of the spikes to close it from behind. I personally use hell pod the most. The pod that delivers your weapons, backpacks, sentries, and mines can close the bile titan hole if you throw it at the base of it. This also works for holes that are bugged that don't close with regular explosives. Just know the titan hole may swallow the pod when it goes down, so it might not deploy, so don't call down anything essential. And the third thing you'll need is anti-tank. There will be some stationary heavy units that you'll need to take out. My favorites are Eats, Quasar Cannon, Recoilless Rifle, and the Ultimatum Supply Pack combo. For your loadout, I don't recommend bringing barrages because they're inefficient and slow. I get more overall utility out of something like gas mines. The first thing you'll do when soloing any Mega Nest is identify which nest you're dealing with. Again, the unique feature of Boneyard is the wide fin bones that look like this. They're really tall. You'll be able to see them from like 200 meters away. There's a group of 3 fins and 1 fin. The starting point is near the group of 3 fins. Here's the map I made of this nest. The tan is walls. The gray hard lines are half walls. You can walk off of them. The gray area means lower elevation. There's also the bug holes and stationary heavies labeled. There's only 4 heavies on this Mega Nest, which is the fewest out of all of them. BT, Bile Titan, HV is a heavy, either charger or impaler, and the white is the fin bones I was talking about. You see the group of 3 here. There's a small clearing with the line of sight into this cove. That's your starting point. Make your way around the outside of the Mega Nest to get to the starting point. Don't go through the Mega Nest to get to the starting point, as this will draw the aggro of the stationary bugs and also possibly spawn Bile Titans. I'm going to first show you the route on an empty nest with no enemies. This is the best case scenario, and it's possible by hitting the entity cap before the Mega Nest enemies are loaded in. I've only done a little bit of testing on this, but basically if you're over 160 meters from the nest and your teammates trigger a bug breach, you can get an empty nest somewhat consistently. I got this footage from a Predator Strain planet, which is why I'm running the loadout I am, Stalwart with Supply Pack. I'm walking up to the nest and I see the fin bone. So now I know I'm dealing with Boneyard and I'm looking for the group of 3 fins. It's right there, so I know to go up to it for my starting point. Once we're at the fins, we just need to wrap around a little bit more and we'll get to our clearing. If you want to take a screenshot of the map, I'll have it at the end of the video. So this is stop A or point A at the starting point, close the Bile Titan hole, and snipe the bug hole in the cove over there. We always want to start with the Bile Titan hole so we don't fight extra Bile Titans. Next, move towards the Bile Titan hole and shoot the bug hole at the base. At this point, I know I have a free nest because there's no Bile Titan there, so I just walk straight in. If there was enemies, I would first take out the Bile Titan and then wrap around the outside of the Mega Nest and use the other entrance to this area so I can break line of sight. I shot the hole in the distance because I had time to line up the shot, but the normal route is to take out holes 4 and 5, walk up the hill, and then turn right here to shoot hole 6. After that, walk ahead and to the right for a bridge. You can use it as normal or hop off halfway through, but we're going to the left. This takes us to hole 7. After that, walk in the opposite direction, and you'll see a window to shoot hole 8. If you strafe to the left, you can see another hole. If it's free, go for it. The next move is turn left and exit the Mega Nest. As you leave, turn around and you'll see what's normally hole 9. After that, head to the right around the perimeter and go until you see a bone sticking out. You can climb up this wall and hit hole 10, and if you didn't hit this last hole already, climb down the wall and shoot hole 11. I varied off course from the route a bit, but it was because I had time to line up shots, something that's not the case with a full Mega Nest. Here's the same route with a full Mega Nest. I'm using Jump Pack. It's not necessary, but it is useful. I'll clear a full nest without it later. Here I see the fin bone. I know we're dealing with Boneyard, so I'm making my way around the outside of the nest. I do trigger the aggro of the Impaler, but I'm quickly out of his range with the FRV. At the starting point, point A, I start out of order, doing the cove shot first. I was still able to close the Bile Titan hole without a spawn. I think part of me thought there wasn't going to be a Bile Titan because I didn't see one when I pulled in, but I should have known this was full because I saw the two heavies on the way in. At point B, I looked for the hole at the base, but realized the Bile Titan closed it. I wrap around the outside to hit point C, where I can hit holes 4 and 5 easily. After that, I head up the hill, pause to look right and shoot hole 6, and then continue to the right up the bridge. At the bridge, I pause to take out this hunter because it's on my route, and we see why half walls are so good. The bugs usually don't pathfind off the ledge with you, so that alpha commander waiting at the other side isn't a problem anymore. I hesitated when I closed hole 7, and there's 2 separate charger patrols closing in on me. If I didn't have the jump pack, I could have meleeed to get out of there and ran to the next spot. You see on a full run, you don't have enough time to line up the shot on the second hole in the trench. Normally there's a heavy blocking the shot on the second hole, but I think I drew them out of position when I drew aggro. Just now, after hitting hole 9, I dive to make sure I'm out of range of the Impaler's melee stomp. I walk all the way around to the first bone and climb up, and the last 2 shots are uncontested. This is mainly because I drew the bugs out of the nest and because they followed me out. Their pathfinding doesn't let them follow me over the wall like that. This full Mega Nest run took me 1:20 or 80 seconds. Here's another clip of a full nest to show some variation. I'm going to head towards the Mega Nest until I can identify it. I see one of the fin bones, so I know I'm dealing with Boneyard, and I'm going to head around to that group of 3 fins. I see the 2 heavies in the trench are chargers.
Requesting fortifications. Heavy on my position. Calling down a support weapon. I'm out.
Everything's going to plan here. I get lucky from taking out the Titan. It closes hole 3 again. I hear a bug alert sound, that's why I'm checking my tail. This is why it's important to go around the Titan hole. I can duck out of line of sight from those enemies. I hit hole 4 and try to line up the deep shot. I don't think it's possible from this angle. I reload before going on the bridge because there's usually multiple enemies here. I had a bad feeling about this spewer, so I take it out. Unfortunately, I get the corpse hitbox bug. Thankfully, I had the jump pack, but if not, I think the best option there is to dive backwards to dodge the charger. And that's what I was talking about with the heavy blocking the second shot in the trench. I don't like my odds with this Impaler here, so I use time to take it out. Then I wrap around to the first bone. I need to take out this hunter. And then you see me flex with the jump pack. This full Meganest run took me 1:52 or 112 seconds. This is a run where I clear the Meganest with no jump pack. I was doing some SOS diving when I was making this video and happened to get this footage. Right away from like 300 meters away, I can tell it's Boneyard, and I run to the 3-fin structure. I throw down some eats just in case there's a Biotitan.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Bingo. So now I know it's full.
Sending down support weapon.
First step, always take out the Biotitan hole.
Requesting fortifications.
Here I want to draw the aggro of the Biotitan. It's easier to get a headshot that way. The cove hole was already closed. Sometimes this happens if you have Biospewers.
Heavy. On my position. Heavy. Southwest. Close. Requesting orbital strike.
I finally hit the shot so I can keep moving.
Heavy. On my position.
The main difference running this without jump pack is I don't have an escape valve, so I have to be much more proactive with taking out enemies. There's going to be a patrol fight in the trench. I don't have to wipe out every enemy, but I do need to take out enough to get the pressure off me. Here's when I decide it's enough. It was just like an internal timer saying I can probably take care of it now. Did not expect this Alpha Commander up here though, but whenever you stop to fight, you usually draw enemies. Again, this bridge is really going to save me here. The enemy's not following me off of the half wall.
That's called democracy.
And now I just want to get over to the next hole. Some part of me felt it would be safer going left. I don't shoot this bug hole because I don't even want to waste a second, and I know I can hit it from outside. This Impaler is going to give me problems later, so I'll take him out with an ultimatum.
Say hello to democracy.
I had just enough time to get one crossbow shot off. I have a small window under the Biotitan to get out of the Mega Nest. This will be a good chance to show off the bug pathfinding with the walls. I have a Charger and Biotitan on my tail. They're getting close, but their behavior will change when I cross the wall. You can see the Biotitan circling back just to track back onto me. That move normally loses any enemies that are aggroed on you. This run took me 2 minutes 16 seconds or 136 seconds. That's how I solo the Boneyard Mega Nest. Here's the full route for you to screenshot. The note at the bottom right tells me how many holes to shoot at that stop. It was pretty helpful when I was learning this route. This is the first video on my YouTube channel, and I'd appreciate if you subscribed. If the videos for the other 3 Mega Nests are out, they'll be in a playlist in the pinned comment. Shout out to Canis and the Blitz Divers. Their wiki got me into studying the Mega Nests.